thunderstorm this morning with probably about 3 inches of rain that came fairly quickly. We had quite a bit of failure of the drainage ditch in front of the house. This hose along the side of the driveway here was initially ran to the end of the driveway and to the sprinkler that's over there. The water came across the driveway from the street and from the ditch and moved the hose almost into the pond. It moved it across the rock, moved it over the side here, over to where the ducks are, and almost into the drainage ditch. You can see how the grass is bent over from all the water that came over. You can also see the debris field. This includes rocks, the ornamental river rock that was initially at the south side brick pillar at the end of my driveway. There were 3 or 4 flower pots full of rocks, and flower pots are completely missing, and the rocks have been washed all the way down here. You can see mulch and debris and other leaves which have also washed from the south side of my driveway pillar over here. The hose again is all the way down here. We have some problems here with the drainage and with waterfall formation where the fibrous green mat was placed for grass to grow through it. This is loose in this area where the waterfall is, and it's not secured and causing some issues there. Up towards the culvert itself, the mesh has been completely dislodged and is in a lump here, causing waterfall and also causing a deep pool. It's about 2 feet of water in the bottom of that pool, and then it comes to the waterfall here. Again, we've got more mulch that was washed out of this mulch was washed from the flower bed on the north side pillar of my driveway. I've cleaned a little bit of this up already, but you can see what's going on there with that. This is part that I remulched. However, you can see that there is no mulch, no nothing here. The water came across the driveway and totally washed this out down towards the pond. The water level came up over here. You can see the debris where it washed across the driveway from the city's drainage ditch over here. The water became high enough to come over the driveway on this side as well, of course, and it totally washed away all mulch in this flower bed as well. On this outside, or actually on the inside of the fence is where the flower pots full of river rock were. They are entirely gone, as is the mulch and most of the rock that was in the pots. Mulch was washed away on this side. You can see how the rocks were dumped out and washed down. This cinder block was washed downstream for 6 or 7 feet. It was initially in the corner by this piece of concrete with some aggregate in it. That's where the flower pots full of rocks were sitting. Over here we have the water line of debris field where it came across the front yard and pooled, and also washed across the other side where we were filming earlier. I basically have a cesspool in the south end of my yard. It's unmowable, unusable, smells horrible, and it's just a general fail. The pond outflows behind and goes into several other ponds and into a waterway.